What is y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mr. Basketball himself, Chauncey Cooper. And I'm excited to talk about this player that's going to be making his return this season. He's been cleared to practice by his team, and that is Kawhi Leonard. Aside from, Luka, Kawhi Leonard is actually my favorite player, but I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan to my heart, so y'all know that. But still, I wanted to at least talk about what to look forward from him this upcoming season and what I think his ceiling could be this upcoming season. So let's just dive right into it. Now, we all know the basics of Kawhi Leonard. He's a two-time NBA champion, two-time Finals MVP with the Spurs and with the Toronto Raptors. He's the best two-way player when healthy. When healthy, he's the best two-way player in the game. I can honestly say that, and I stand by that. Now, one thing that people kind of have forgotten just a tad bit about Kawhi Leonard is that whenever he is still healthy, he does take a lot of load management, so that way he'll be healthy and ready to go for the playoffs, and you can expect him to play every playoff game when he's healthy, which he was doing in the 2021 playoffs until, he sustained that terrible ACL injury. But still, that's something that he has to just figure out how to deal with this upcoming season, which I think he's going to typically do what he's done when he was coming from San Antonio to Toronto. Load manage for a good portion of the season. Not playing any back-to-back games. We can definitely expect him not to do any of that. He's not going to play in any back-to-back games this whole entire season, because the Los Angeles Clippers organization, they're going to make sure that he is very cautious, and they're going to make sure that they're cautious with their star player to make sure that he's not going to do anything to re-injure himself or anything like that to keep him out for the remainder of the season. He's had a full year off, which is more than enough time to get him ready to go. He's been cleared by the organization to start practicing with the team in a full 5-on-5, so that's very good signs for him to come up this upcoming season, especially going into training camp. Now, what to expect from him completely for the 2023 NBA season? I expect him to be as efficient of a scorer as he was when he displayed that in his later years in San Antonio and in his prime in Toronto, and carrying that over into the Clippers organization. So, offensively wise, he has to probably readjust himself a little bit. His shooting touch has gone nowhere. I believe has gone nowhere. He's still got his mid-range game on point. Like, there's nothing nobody can really do to stop him when it comes to that. His defense is going to take a little bit of time because he's got to be a lot more mobile, a lot more agile on the defensive end. So I suspect a lot of teams are going to formulate a strategy to use that against him because, he's just coming off an ACL injury. So they're going to probably attack him as hard as they possibly can when it comes to, him not being completely 100% when it comes to the defensive side. So they're going to, I can predict a lot of teams, formulating a strategy against him when it comes to that. But at the same time, Kawhi is so smart and, he's still got those big hands to where it's gonna be pretty hard for them to come up with something against it, especially if, as great of a defensive player as he is, in those big old hands like I just pointed out, he can still steal the ball, rip the ball, block the ball, if given the chance to do it, because his hands are just that big and he's still just that good defensively. So there's a lot. So there's a lot he can still, work with, and then especially when he gets himself back into 100% health-wise, it's gonna be a tough task for teams to defend him. So I know Tyronn Lue and the Clippers, they're gonna make sure that he's still good to go on that end. Now, where do I see Kawhi and the Clippers ranking this upcoming season? Now, a lot of experts have picked them to be in the Western Conference Finals with Golden State Warriors, and for understandable reasons. But at the same time, you cannot really discount other teams to put it in perspective. But here's why I see them ranking. I see them being, without question, top 4 in the West. They'll be in the top 4 from It's going to be hard for them to really take the number 1 spot because, you know, the Warriors are still going to be as dynamic and as strong as ever. But at the same time, teams are also going to be hungry to come at them, especially the Los Angeles Clippers, who've never made it to the finals once in their entire franchise. You know, you can debate whether they could have made it to the Western Conference if Kawhi stayed healthy or not. We can debate that in 2021, but that's another topic for another day. But regardless of the fact, the Los Angeles Clippers, they can be top 4 in the West. Here's how I personally see it. It can be the Golden State Warriors. It can be the Memphis Grizzlies. It can be the Los Angeles Clippers. And it can be my Dallas Mavericks as well. Now, I can also throw in, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers potentially if healthy. If healthy, they can be top 5, top 6. I can't leave out the Denver Nuggets as well. That's if everyone stays healthy, because Joker's been, you know, keeping them barely above playoff ground, you know, with no help. But Jamal Murray returning, you know, like I said, I don't want to get off topic. Let's get into that another day. So the Los Angeles Clippers are going to have a real handful, especially, you know, with Kawhi coming back and Paul George, you know, coming back healthy as well. So the Clippers are going to have a huge load to carry with them this upcoming season, because a lot of players are going to be questioning their health. They're going to be looking out for their load management, like I pointed out this entire time. So there's going to be a lot of things to take into consideration with this team. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Be sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe for me, please. It really would help out the channel. I really appreciate all y'all that have been watching, and for all y'all newcomers, I really appreciate y'all checking it out. So until then, I'll see y'all on the next one.